Could the Toronto Blue Jays be targeting a versatile infielder from Minnesota to bolster their championship-caliber bench? Whispers around baseball circles suggest the front office might be exploring options with the Twins organization, and one name keeps surfacing in these unconfirmed discussions. But before Jays Nation gets too excited, we need to pump the brakes and separate speculation from reality. Hello Jays Nation, welcome to Jays Quick News, your go-to spot for the latest Toronto Blue Jays updates. Today, we're diving into some interesting rumors floating around about a potential trade connection between Toronto and Minnesota involving utility man Kody Clemens. Are the Blue Jays actually pursuing this move, or is this just off-season chatter? And before we go any further, make sure you hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications so you never miss the latest Blue Jays news. Here's what's reportedly being whispered in baseball circles. The Toronto Blue Jays may have expressed interest in Minnesota Twins utility player Kody Clemens. Now, let me be crystal clear right from the start. This is unconfirmed speculation at this point. There are no official reports from trusted sources like MLB.com, The Athletic, or Sportsnet confirming any actual trade discussions. This is the kind of rumor that circulates during the quiet parts of the offseason when teams are evaluating every possible roster upgrade. So why would Clemens' name even come up in these conversations? Well, the logic makes sense from a roster construction standpoint. The 29-year-old left-handed hitter brings exactly the kind of positional flexibility that championship-contending teams covet. During the 2024 season with Minnesota, Clemens slashed .216/.284/.442 with 19 home runs across 112 games. He started 47 games at first base, 34 at second base, and even saw action in the outfield with 12 starts. That versatility is valuable currency in today's game. But here's where we need to inject some reality into this discussion. The Minnesota Twins aren't actually in full rebuild mode like some reports suggest. Yes, they traded away several pieces at the 2024 deadline, but they've publicly stated they're building around their core players like Pablo Lopez, Joe Ryan, and Byron Buxton. They're calling it a reset, not a rebuild. That distinction matters because teams in reset mode don't typically sell off their entire roster. They retool strategically. Let's play along with the hypothetical for a moment. If the Blue Jays were actually pursuing Kody Clemens, what would be the strategic reasoning behind such a move? First, consider his offensive profile. While a .216 batting average doesn't jump off the page, his underlying metrics tell a more intriguing story. Clemens posted a 48.3% hard hit rate and 12% barrel rate in 2024. Those are legitimate power numbers. His 19 home runs in just 112 games translate to serious pop from the left side. For a Blue Jays team that already has tremendous offensive firepower in their starting lineup, adding that kind of thump to the bench creates serious late-game matchup advantages. Defensively, Clemens grades out well at multiple positions. He's not just a guy who can stand at different spots on the field. He's actually competent at first base, second base, and both corner outfield positions. Manager John Schneider values that kind of chess piece because it opens up strategic options during tight games. Need a defensive replacement at first base in the 9th inning? Clemens can handle it. Want a left-handed power bat off the bench against a tough righty reliever? He provides that option too. Now here's where we need to bring everyone back down to earth. There are several major problems with this rumor that should make Jays Nation extremely skeptical. First, Kody Clemens isn't exactly a household name being dangled on the trade block. He's currently on Minnesota's 40-man roster heading into 2026, and there's been zero indication from credible sources that the Twins are shopping him. The organization acquired him from Philadelphia in April 2024 specifically to add depth, and he's under team control. Why would they immediately flip him? Second, the Blue Jays already have legitimate depth at the positions Clemens plays. Ernie Clement just agreed to a $4.6 million deal and provides similar versatility. The team has Leo Jimenez backing up shortstop, Davis Schneider who can play multiple positions, and Joey Loperfido in the outfield mix. Adding Clemens would create a roster crunch rather than solving a problem. Third, and most importantly, this entire rumor lacks any foundation in verified reporting. When real trade interest exists, beat writers pick up on it. Teams leak information strategically. Front office executives get questioned about specific players. None of that has happened here with Clemens and Toronto. So what should Jays Nation take away from all this speculation? It's probably just off-season noise, the kind of hypothetical roster matchmaking that happens when there's a lull in actual news. Could the Blue Jays be evaluating every possible utility infielder on the market? Sure, that's their job. But is there any concrete evidence of actual pursuit of Kody Clemens specifically? Absolutely not. The defending American League champions have much bigger priorities this winter anyway. They need to finalize their pitching depth, monitor the Anthony Santander injury situation, and continue building around their championship core. A speculative utility player acquisition from Minnesota shouldn't be anywhere near the top of Ross Atkins's to-do list. Here's the bottom line. Don't believe every rumor you hear floating around baseball Twitter or YouTube during the slow off-season period. The Kody Clemens to Toronto connection appears to be pure speculation without any credible sourcing backing it up. Until trusted reporters like Shea Davidi, Ben Nicholson-Smith, or someone from MLB.com confirms actual trade discussions, treat this as what it is: off-season hypothetical chatter. What do you think, Jays Nation? Would Clemens actually make sense as a depth piece if the price were minimal, or should Toronto focus their energy elsewhere? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. Smash